Hello, everyone. It's Dakota from Dakota's Den. How's everybody doing? I just thought I would come on tonight, late at night. It's 1:29 a.m. Couldn't sleep, and I shouldn't be on the computer, but everybody knows what's going on in Los Angeles with the immigration, with ICE, with the Marines. Everything is just going out of this land. It's not like we live in America. But okay, besides that, listen, I've been watching TikTok and I see a lot of immigrants, a lot of Latino immigrants. And they're saying on TikTok, well, blacks should come and help us. Black people should come and help us. You need to be out here and put your bodies online for us. How would you like it if your family was torn apart and people just thought it was funny? How would you like it? And just for a little bit of background, I did a video on this maybe 8, 9 months ago. And in the video, I said, I will admit it, I said, we need to help the immigrants. We can't just let this bloody mass portation take place. We need to help them. That's what I said in my last video. But listen, time has gone on. Now we see what we're dealing with. I'm looking at a lot of the TikTok influencers, crying, needing us, help us. And then, then you have some saying, oh, we don't need nobody. We don't need you guys. We're strong. We're proud. We don't need. But most of them are crying and saying, oh, my mom, my papa, my son, my daughter. How would you like it? Help us, help us. This is your fight too. After us, they're going to come for you. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, tonight, I had a change of heart. I had a change of heart. Listen, I am not an evil, vindictive person. I am a nice person. I am a beautiful person. I want good things for everybody. But look, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but you see the picture here of the ladies. There's two ladies. They're protesting. They're protesting in Los Angeles, and next to them is a ISIS cop, one of the immigration workers trying to round people up. And do you know what? These two Latino protesters said to the cop, who is a black cop, dropping bombs on him, calling him the N word. They said, because of you, we're in this situation. N, F your mother, F your children. You are the reason that we are here. Excuse me, excuse me. Talking about hate trying to be covered up, and now it's hate. So, what's really happening is these people are becoming the people that they hate. They're becoming the ISIS that they hate. Talking about the divide and conquer. Listen, why can't I'll be happy when we can all go back to hating each other in peace. We all lived, we thrived, we accepted each other, we tolerated each other, but now, it's never going back. It's going to be 100 years, 100 years before a black person can look at a Latino person in a kind and loving way, and vice versa. It's just going to be that way. So, why are you calling the cop the N word? As if it's his fault. I'm pretty sure it was probably 80, 90% Caucasian cops out there. Why didn't you just go to one of them? Okay, listen. I just can't I just can't believe what I was hearing. I should be asleep. But I'm going to let you hear this young man here who talked about this. He's a really this guy. I love the way I love his channel. I love the way he talks about the news. He's cool, he's calm, indisputable. Shout out to indisputable, y'all. Listen to this. Listen to this. This is a shame.
Protest. Two Latino protesters call a black cop the N word
Yeah.
during the LA protest.
Why? Stupid.
We can't win like that.
Nope.
Put up the picture full mass. This has to be checked, dealt with,
Yeah.
and if not, the narrative will permeate that the actions of the few
Mm.
indicate the actions of the many. And
Now, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You're saying the actions of the few show the actions of many. Mm-mm. These may just be two women out of the thousands of people are there, but I would bet that 99.9% of the Latinos there feel the same way as this woman, and you know it. So it is not what a few do make it bad for all the rest of them. I don't agree with you there, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
they do not. A video of Latino protesters in LA peppering a black cop with racist slurs. This is being used to discourage unity
Yeah.
between the two communities as protesters continue to take the streets in opposition.
Listen, there ain't no unity. There has never been unity. Never. We just coexisted. Just like black and white people coexist in peace. But that's over.
To an actual evil, the Trump administration and their crackdown on human beings who happen to be migrants. Quote, I'll spit in your face, F your family, N word, F your kids, N word.
Everything you're likely doing right now.
Mm-mm-mm. See, that's what I'm saying. What was that? What was that? Why you're in all of this term? See, this is how people are. I'm laying here looking like Liz Taylor, right? But this is how people are. Okay, they're going through all of these horrible things. The only thing worse than what they're going through is what black people went through during slavery, or maybe in Auschwitz, what the Jewish people went through. Everybody gets their turn. But how are you going to call this man an N word and blame him for what's going on? Now, what I'm saying is, for the two girls that were there, how did they come to this country? Did they come through the wall over the? Did they come through the desert, the border? Did they come through the border? Did they come on as a stowaway on a plane? Do they have papers? Do they not have papers? I mean, I don't know. I know some people have papers. Some of the protesters are legal, but I also know that some of the other protesters are not legal. And I'm saying that for the protesters that are not legal, what are you protesting? Would I be able to go to your country, to Honduras or Mexico or wherever they are? Would I be able to just go and fly there on a plane and just say, I'm here. I just want to work, get a job, live my life here. I don't have any papers. Would I be able to do that? No. So, since you want to call people the N word, what I'm saying is, what is the problem? What are you protesting? Why don't you just, well, I'm trying to be nice about it. What, in my opinion, what the immigrants need to do is to just self deport. Just self deport, and you won't have to worry about ICE or the Marines or anything like that. And by no means am I a Republican. I am not a Republican, and I'm trying to give my biased opinion, but seems like it's coming out on the left. But I just don't know how California, the largest state in the United States, who have a large Hispanic, a large Latino community, just like Florida has a, and Florida is like the really nice place, has a large Latino community. Half of them, I don't really know the numbers, but I would think somewhere near half, give or take, are illegal. They didn't come the right way, and they're working and thriving and going to school and having children and buying homes and working and traveling. They're doing all these things, yet they're not legal. So my thing is the Governor Newsom of California. I know you weren't in that position for but a few years, but how did your land get like that? How did it get where you have all of these illegal immigrants and no one said anything about it until now? And like I said, I am not a Republican. I am personally, I am not for the mass deportations. I think it's a horrible situation. I think it's horrible what they're going through, especially the kids. Did you guys see the 10-year-old girl? The cop took her out the car, put handcuffs in her behind her back, and he said to her, "Have you ever been to jail?" And she said, no, I'm just going home to do my homework or something like that. And he said to her, "Well, you're going to jail now." Well, to me, that put tears in my eyes. I didn't think that was right. But I'm just saying, I, half of those people, I don't know what you're protesting for. Why don't you just self deport and then try to come back the right way, like we would have to do if we went to your country? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Since you want to call people the N word all over the place, that's just how I'm feeling right now. Okay. So there's another gentleman here. He's not as nice as me, but I just want you to listen to what he has to say. Mr. Durag.
What's going on, everybody? It's Afro Think Tank. Out of all the people that's fucking around and finding out, you Cubans, I'm loving this for you. I'm loving this for you. I am absolutely thrilled that you are getting what it is that you want. And that's a free ticket back to Cuba. Goodbye. And I'm sure there's going to be a welcome party for you, traitors to your country, who came over here and participated in the destabilization of Cuba. Because you mad, right? Because Cuba had a revolution to get rid of you racist, colonizing white Spaniards who call yourselves Cuban, and raped and pillaged the people of the island, and then took on an identity utilizing African culture, African food, African music, while maintaining your white face and pretending to be some kind of Latina.
He's pretty funny, right? He's very, very vocal. Well, he looks a little bit Latino himself, right? I can't tell what he is.
Ha! Now you take your ass right back. Huh? Y'all ran your asses over here because the Republicans, all right, figured they could use you to go against the government that they hated, and they allowed you white Latinos, you white Spanish speakers, to come here and live and thrive, while you guys shit on the rest of the Latino community, the rest of the Spanish, whatever you want to call it, the European language speaking group of former colonized Indians and Africans over here. Yes, right. Y'all thought that y'all was on the same. Y'all do know that the Anglo-Saxon barbarians never liked you goddamn European Spanish conquistadors in the first place. Did y'all forget that the English-speaking white folk and the Spanish-speaking white folk are mortal enemies and literally fought over the rights of slavery? Fought tooth and nail, killing hundreds of thousands of each other for the rights.
Why are you not investing?
What I want to know is, the African Latinos, they look just like me, but they speak Spanish. Now, from what I understand, back in their countries, they have this skin tone discrimination against them. They are from the same place. They speak the same language. Just some look Spanish and some look like me. And yet they discriminate against each other. That's why I found out that the African Latinos, they don't want to be out there protesting. I saw one African protester because he had a really big, huge afro. So I knew that's what he was. But they have discrimination against their own group. We can't heal as a people until we stop discriminating against a person because they're short, they're tall, they're black or white. Let me tell you something about black people, okay? We don't discriminate with color. I don't care what other races hear about us or what they think about us. If I'm in a room and I am the color of a cloud, and then I have my sister in a room who might be the color of the night in the sky. Guess what? We don't see a difference. Black women don't see a difference like a lot of cultures do. I know the Indian culture see difference. The light skinned Indians don't like the dark skinned Indians. The light skinned immigrants don't like the dark skinned immigrants. But black people, we love all of us. We do. So people should take note, from that. But let's try to continue. Let's try to get past this stupid commercial.
In tax liens. No, seriously.
Hear this guy.
Why are you not investing into one of the most...
To be slave masters and colonizers. Y'all fought whole wars y'all don't talk about on the Western Hemisphere. Little battles between your armies trying to take territory from the Native Americans. Doing the same thing on the African continent, fighting each other for rights to be slave holders. Y'all get out of it. You think they gonna like you? And y'all not even pure. Y'all got too much of that Indian mix in there. Y'all been having too much fun on that island with them Indians, huh? Mixing up in your bloodline. You think you special now, huh? Then y'all came over here. Y'all really thought y'all was kumbaya with these white folks. I told you, American white folk are different from the rest of the white folk. They think they better than all of y'all. White supremacy and American supremacy is the same thing. Do you understand? American. Take the A out. It's just M. American. Yeah, now 500,000 y'all got to go home. Yeah, I hope y'all...
Is it 500,000? That's so many people. But who's going to be left? And check this out. Okay, now, y'all, let me just go on a sidebar. The farmers who the government reneged on the loans that they were supposed to get. So the farmers are losing their farms, farms that have been in their families for generations. And, they voted the way they voted. But because of the way they voted, now they don't have any workers. The farmers don't have any workers to tend the crops in 100-degree weather for 12 hours a day for minimum wage. So, what they say about people that live in West Virginia, right? If there's a divorce, somebody's going to lose a trailer. So I'm thinking, what is the mindset? So don't tell me that you did not have a contingency plan. Okay, we're going to vote for the immigrants to get deported. So now we have to find somebody to tend our crops. So we don't have robots. Black people are too bougie. We're not going to do any jobs like that. What? Can somebody help me out here? How did they think they were going to keep their farms? I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent. Let's continue to listen to Mr. Afro Think Tank.
Y'all take all that money y'all accumulated over here, shitting on the other Latinos, the people y'all call Latinos, shitting on the black community, right? Shitting on everybody, thinking y'all one of them in the club and shit, supporting everything those white supremacists have ever done to all POCs and black people, right? Forgetting that that's who you are. You think, well, you're not really POC, you're white. You're definitely a European. But, you're a European with a little seasoned mayonnaise, all right? You get some paprika in your mayonnaise. That's what y'all are, but you still white. All right, you're still white. All right. And so now y'all got to take your ass back to Cuba. You think they want you? They can't wait for y'all white folks to come back. They've been waiting for y'all bitch ass niggas to come back. Yeah, because they got some shit for y'all. Huh? Yeah. Matter of fact, you're going to have to take all your money and you're going to have to put it in those bank accounts. You ain't going to be able to use that shit here. That means you're going to have to go over there and you got to deal with the embargoes that America has put on Cuba. You're going to have to deal with all that shit that America continues to do to Cuba, right? You're going to have to deal with all that now. So all the luxuries of being in Florida, he was in Florida too. You got the good part of America too. Huh?
Didn't I say that?
They let y'all have the good part of America. Huh? Now you're going back to Cuba. Yeah. I heard the weather's nice there too. Yeah. But I can't wait for y'all to get y'all welcome party. Huh? I can't wait for y'all to figure out how y'all gonna drive them old ass cars. What y'all do with the cars y'all got? Y'all gonna send them over there? I don't think they can go over there. I don't think those cars can go over there.
Doesn't he seem just a little too happy? Well, when you drop bombs like the N-word, people don't want you around anymore.
No. Y'all gotta get them rations. I bet y'all gonna be in politics trying to tell America to lift them embargoes now that you gotta deal with it. Huh? I bet you they gonna make Cuba great again now that they forced to go and deal with the shit that they were supporting the Republican Party and the old Democrat Party in doing. And y'all was shitting on Barack Obama. Remember when Barack Obama lifted all that shit? Motherfuckers was traveling to Cuba and everything. It's always a black person that's doing good for y'all people, and y'all still shit on us. History will reflect. It's only been black people who ever gave a shit about y'all. Anyway, we tried to liberate your whole country. But y'all ain't want that shit, did y'all? Y'all was mad from over here that we black folks was trying to liberate your country and your people. They ain't your people.
You know, let me tell y'all something. Black people are a strong people. We really are. Everything that me and my ancestors and people have done, everybody has benefited from them. White women have benefited. Immigrants have benefited. God, I'm tongue tied because I'm sleepy. Has benefited from everything. So he's speaking the truth. He is.
Peoples apparently, huh? They not your. And when you get back, y'all keep that same energy y'all had when y'all was in Florida. Let's see how it pans out for you now. Because them Cubans over there ain't the same Cubans that was there when y'all left. Mark my goddamn words. So yeah, I'm loving this for you. Get the fuck out. I'm in America. Get the fuck out of my country. Bye. Goodbye. Go back to Cuba. Go make Cuba great. Huh? Let's see what you can do over there. Let's see what kind of energy you got when them black Cubans and them native Indian Cubans get to receive your white racist asses after all that shit y'all been doing across the goddamn pond in Florida and shit, talking all that big shit. Talk that shit in their face now. Talk that shit in their face now. I can't wait. I love this shit for you. I love it. And make sure you take all your money and put that money in them Cuban banks where they belong. Yeah, you take all that shit. Take all your resources, all that shit that America will allow you to send over there anyway, as your ass get that one free. I hope your ticket ain't free. I hope they make you pay for this shit. And I hope you sit and coach. I know it's a short ride, but you shouldn't have any luxury. It should be no first class. I hope they put you in the back of a C-130. You got to sit vertical like this. Very uncomfortable. That's what I hope they do. You don't get commercial flights. No, matter of fact, put your ass back in the same boats y'all used to get over here. Huh? While y'all hating on other people trying to make it here because of disparities of their country, y'all get special treatment, huh? And then hold up. They brought some white South Africans over here, right? So that must piss you off. They said you ain't shit. They brought the white South Africans over here. They said they can stay. They said they being genocided. So they value those white people over you. You know why? Because those English-speaking white people, the Dutch, they kind of alright, you know what I'm saying? They ain't really got no problem with them, you know? So it's like you got the Dutch white folk and the British Afrikaner Boers, they good. But you
know, that has to be traumatizing. They're getting rid of one immigrant group and they're bringing in another immigrant group to take your place. You know, we were talking about this months ago that this was going to happen, and everything is coming to light.
Spanish-speaking conquistador ass, nah, you gotta get the fuck. I bet some of y'all gonna be trying to go to Spain, ain't you? Let's see if Spain receives you, huh? Let's see if Spain says, come on over here. They might, shit. Their populations, you know. And when you get to Spain, guess what you're gonna see? A bunch of black people. You ain't getting away from nothing. Let's see about that energy now. I'm happy for you Cubans. Good fucking bye. Bye-bye. Not all you. Some of y'all cool. I'm talking about the Florida ones, right? The regular Cubans who are not stupid. They're cool. But y'all motherfuckers got to go too. Thank your goddamn brethren. That's on y'all. We ain't got shit to do with it. We tried. But y'all didn't want to capitulate, all right, to common sense. So that's on y'all. Anyway, that's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
Jermaine's
Afro Think Tank. I gotta check him out more often. Oh, this is a beautiful guy here in this picture, isn't he? Well, look, like I said before, I did a video about 8 months ago and I had a whole different outlook. But since the young ladies have the nerve to call this black guy the N word, I'm sorry, but I probably have to agree with Mr. Think Tank. Just get the fuck out. Nobody cares. So this is your girl, Dakota from Dakota's Den. I hope everybody have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.